Thank you, Madam Principal Deputy Speaker, and may I take this opportunity to congratulate you on your recent elevation on your new role. Today I will be rising to support the amendment for this very important debate, not only as the MLA for West Tyrone but also as the SDLP spokesperson for infrastructure. Madam Speaker, in the north of this island, the east-west divide remains as stark as ever. Nearly 20 years after the Good Friday Agreement and peace, there has been a failure to address the serious skills and infrastructural deficits which have squandered long-term strategies and crucial business regeneration west of the Bann. Information obtained by the detail last year shows this stark underinvestment in deprived communities across Northern Ireland, but particularly in the west and in rural areas. This is something we have known for some time, but the figures are absolutely overwhelming. In the last 3.5 years, over 80% of funding offered by InvestNI for Indigenous businesses have been made to those in the east. This comes despite the well-documented, historic underinvestment in communities west of the Bann, where villages and towns teeter on the brink of instability. West Tyrone, Madam Speaker, has received only 2.1% of the overall financial assistance available by InvestNI, so it is no surprise that this inequality is haunting my local community and has done for decades. Regional inequality is evident if we look at Ards and North Down, for example, who have the highest rate of employment and the highest rate of economic activity at 73.8% and 76.2% respectively. This is in stark contrast to my own area in Strabane, which held the lowest level of employment at 56.6% and the lowest level of economic activity at 66.5%. It comes as no surprise that my town of Strabane and the constituency of West Tyrone consistently tops the UK deprivation charts year on year, which is having dramatic repercussions for our people. Strabane has fallen foul to chronic unemployment and underinvestment for decades. I see this each and every day across my constituency, Madam Speaker. There is multi-generational neglect, with people stuck in a cycle of poverty, left with little hope and no aspiration. Our young people are leaving in their droves to find greater economic opportunities elsewhere, simply and sadly because they see no future here, certainly not west of the Bann. This may be a difficult pill for this House to swallow, Madam Speaker, but one we must collectively deal with, and fast. But those are the ones that got away. Each week I hear about the awfulness faced by some of our young people across my constituency, their depression, anxiety and frustration, sometimes leading to high levels of addiction, alcohol and drug abuse, and sometimes, given the reality, suicide. This awfulness could have been avoided had there been meaningful work, if they were given some hope and some aspiration for a better future here at home, close to their families and within their own communities. This underscores, Madam Speaker, the failure of successive ministers to spread the wealth-generating potential of the North across all those who are living here. Madam Speaker, in this mandate, regional imbalance is supposed to be a key priority for the new programme for government framework. But if the last programme for government is anything to go by, with almost half of the targets not delivered, I do not have much confidence that the new one will deliver positive change. The new framework does not have any specific targets, measurables or increments on how it is going to change the economic fortunes of the people across my constituency and the others that have suffered from decades of neglect. We were even told last year that ministers were taking responsibility for the generational neglect of the North West and the West. The ministerial subgroup on economic inactivity for the North West has met twice since then, only twice, the second time with 24 hours' notice. Madam Speaker, it is not just job opportunities that are lacking in West Tyrone. One of the big disappointments in many rural areas is that it still lacks a proper roads infrastructure which directly contributes to regional imbalance. Motorways such as A5 and A6 will allow all businesses from all over the North greater access to markets, boost travel efficiencies and allow skill-based greater movement. For all that was promised, what we are left with is a £100 million allocation from the Stormont House Agreement and a flurry of activity on a very small section of road. Only £13.1 million was given to the A5 this year, and after 2 consultation processes already, I hope that it is not another empty promise of proper investment, and I sincerely hope that this money does not end up in another monitoring round. Madam Speaker, a necessary skills base remains absolutely vital to the development of a competitive and healthy economy while allowing people to personally prosper. New skills open new opportunities and grant people the tools they need to succeed. Businesses rely on skilled workforces to allow them to not only make a profit, but to expand, grow within a new region. Madam Speaker, I will finish on this. There needs to be a targeted approach from this Assembly on the areas of most need, economically, in terms of infrastructure and jobs.
Members' time is up.
The leadership needs to come here.
I now
Thank you.
call